One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be free.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Whistles report he pays his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Good morning to everybody. Let's get it in this morning. So, we've got a very, very interesting one today. This is the VFW, which is the Veterans Foreign Wars, right? There's a whole bunch of shit going on here, guys, that, I mean, honestly, if like the general public actually kind of knew this shit, they'd be like, oh my God. And a lot of you guys that are veterans yourselves actually are going to be totally looking at this being like, oh my God, dude, there's no way that we would put up with something like this. Hence why we're going to be discussing it. And before we get into it, before we get like heavy into the weeds on this, because I'm going to be breaking down as much as I possibly can on all of this, subject. But if you guys can do me a huge favor and make sure you guys are liking the video. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube, man. It means the absolute world when you guys do that. It helps the show out way more than you guys know. Also, make sure that you guys hit that sub button down below, man. It goes very, very far. Also, make sure you hit me up on my Instagram at BallValveTV. That's where I post everything behind the scenes of the show, of my life, everything like that, man, and everything in between. Also, make sure if you guys would like to have a shout out aside from the memberships, of course, hey, Breakfast Club, you guys rock, by the way. Big round of applause to the Breakfast Club. But if you guys want to be a part of the channel members, you guys want a super chat and all that stuff, yes, that is going to be shouted out. But if you guys don't want YouTube to necessarily take a 30% cut, we have these scrolling down below. We're going to leave those going while we're discussing this whole ordeal. I'm sure I've already seen a couple of comments in the chat being like, oh shit, like this is going to be a good one. And some of you guys know what the VFW is, and we're about to kind of educate a little bit for the general public that doesn't know what the VFW is. We're gonna discuss that real quick, but I can't thank each and every single one of you guys enough for being in here, man. It absolutely means the world to me. Thank you for being here and spending your morning with me. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. What's up, Dr. Harley? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you, as well as brother Lee Lance, Dwayne, S&S, Gary, man, Huggy. I just can't thank you guys enough. So we're going to go ahead and quickly just go over to, we're right now, this is Wiki, right? We're going to Wikipedia to figure out just a basic understanding of veterans of foreign wars. So VFW, the Veteran of Foreign Wars, formerly the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, is an organization of United States war veterans who fought in wars, campaigns, and expeditions on foreign land, waters, or airspace as military service members. So they were established back in September 29th, 1899. So they've been around for a fucking minute. In Columbus, Ohio, the VFW is headquartered in Kansas City, Missouri. It was federally chartered in 1936. So what's very interesting about this is the only way that you can be in this actual organization is by well, there's right here, eligibility. That's what I was hoping that I would be able to find as I was scrolling. Membership in the VFW is restricted to any active or honorably discharged officer or enlisted person who is a citizen of the United States and who has served in its armed forces in any foreign war, insurrection, or expedition, which service shall be recognized by the authorization or issuance of the United States Military Campaign Medal. So you guys see what is qualified. Like, you have to be active, honorably discharged, or actively enlisted. So we understand what VFW is to a smaller extent right now, right? We understand what they are. Now we're going to go ahead and discuss this, because this is about if you look at what that is, VFW has always been known as very honorably, it's an honorable organization. It very much is. But just like in the motorcycle club world, just like in any other organization, when we see bullshit, what is our job to do? It is our job to call this shit out so that we can start handling this, because there's no way that we're going to allow this kind of bullshit in our organizations. And I'm sure that the veterans don't want these guys and their organizations. So we're going to go ahead and expose that together right freaking now, man. So this is off of Angry Cops. They posted this 12 days ago. I'm going to go ahead and hit that sub button, YouTube, and also hit that like button. Do you see that? I'm doing it for him. You do it for me. I appreciate it. It's chain reaction here. All right. So let's go ahead and discuss what the hell is going on with VFW.
Baby torturer and murderer Thomas is the commander of Post 12226. Maybe this.
Oh shit. We got Wolfheim up in the building. He knows the deal. You know that we can't be the Breakfast Club without our coffee. You know what I mean? And I very much appreciate you. We've got the Swedish currency up in the building, man. Hey. Thank you very much for that kind donation, kind sir. It goes very, very far, man. Thank you.
This is why a lot of people thought putting a VFW post into prison was a bad idea. In October of 2023, almost a year ago now, a special VFW post was opened. The Platte River VFW post 12226. Boy, over 12,000 posts. Good job, VFW. Now, post 12226 is out of Sterling, Colorado, but this VFW post, it's not like any other VFW post, because it's out of the Sterling Correctional Facility in Colorado. That's right.
Wait.
The VFW is hurting for members.
Wait, out of the prison itself? Wait, there's no way they put a VFW post in prison. In prison. Okay. Let's hear this out before we start judging. All right, let's just hear it out. You know what I mean? Like, all right. Guys are making a VFW post in prison. But let's not just go straight to conclusions, here. Let's go ahead and hear this out. We have to be open.
We're so bad that they're going to prison in order to try and recruit veterans, not talking about the guards, talking about the criminals, to join their ranks, to join our ranks. I'm not a part of the VFW right now. And this would sway me away from that.
What's up,
right
Eric?
Off the rip, the post started a little bit of controversy, all right? Rightfully so, I would think, right? And I'd have to say it's probably not hard to be involved in a little bit of controversy when the people in the VFW post in prison are convicted murderers. And but before we get into who's in it and their charges, a word from this video's sponsor.
Now, since we're not him and we're not getting paid for his nice little sponsorship deal there, we're going to go ahead and just nicely skip ahead. All right, administration, part 1. Here we go.
All right, let's meet the founder of the VFW Post 12226 and the Sterling Correctional Facility. Well, it's State Commander Carol Thomas.
Just wait, straight jacket.
Has got a long history. 37 years she served in the Navy. That is very respectable.
Commendable.
She also happens to be a captain in the Colorado Correctional Facility. And one day she looked around at all these felons and said, you know what would give you guys something fun to do while you're killing time? Killing. Get it? Because that's what you're here for. It would be to be in a VFW post. Start it up. That way the VFW here in Colorado can collect dues from you and, get our pockets kind of fat. And now I say that because, well, I'm not just some sort of cynical asshole on the internet who likes to call out bullshit. Because if your heart was in the right place and you wanted to assist veterans and getting out and reconnecting with society, some sort of rehabilitation, so then when they're out, they get a job or they can work at a VFW. Well, all that sounds great, and I would support it. But a large number of the people that are running the VFW in prison are in for life. So what's the point?
Wait, what?
We're giving Crims fun time?
Damn, hold on. So wait. We're Straight Jacket. We were just talking about how it would only make sense for them when they get out for them to join into VFW, right? They're in for life. All of them.
I'm now? Is that what this is? They're not in prison to, pay for the injustice that they did, taking the lives out of people, touching kids and such. No, we've got to give them more fun time there.
Good morning, Garrett.
Captain.
Good to see you, man.
I mean, State Commander Carol of the VFW. But she wasn't alone. There were other people in Colorado VFW programs that thought that this would be a good idea, like previous VFW Department of Colorado Commander John Keene, who presided over the institution of VFW Post 12226. And just so we're not confused here, let me quote Keene. Our motto is no one does more for veterans. Keene said, there are no qualifiers in that. It just says vets. In my mind, a veteran is a veteran. Unless he's deep in your child, Keene, then that guy who's your kid, well, then I would say that you get to lose a little bit of that veteran status.
Yeah.
His DD-214 might say honorable, but his actions would say otherwise. What kind of brotherhood or sisterhood is the VFW when your brothers and sisters are out there stabbing, killing, and f***ing folks? And there are no qualifiers in that? Let me tell you something.
Let me show you something.
There should absolutely be a qualifier, Keene, you big, beautiful, large-hearted, but somewhat retarded guy.
Yeah.
If you're out there grabbing kids, children, little children's like under the age of 10 off the street, and then, yeah, maybe you shouldn't be a part of the VFW. By the way, there are VFWs out there where if their commanders get a little too drunk at the bar, they're like, hey, listen, you've got a problem. We need you to step down. Oh, but not this VFW.
Damn. Like some VFWs are so damn hardcore. What he's getting at is that if one of the commanders, somebody goes out to the bar like that, and they'll be like, no, man, like you got a little bit of a problem, man. You're going to have to go ahead and step down. You guys hear that shit? And then all of a sudden on the fucking flip side, we've got rapists, murderers, child touchers, and abusers. I think that anybody in any organization would despise of these gentlemen to be inside of your organization.
No, it's almost like a point of pride to say how many teardrop tattoos you got tattooed on your cheek, and how many bodies you've been poking in the freaking quad. Now, the VFW article says, the VFW Post 12226 offers members a chance to give back to their communities through outreach and fundraising. I don't know how much money they're fundraising. We getting extra bags of Cheetos from the commissary and giving them to kids? Well, God, keep them away from kids. Keep them away from the kids.
Damn.
And what community are they outreaching to? They're literally locked up. Their community is a community of felons, murderers. What are we doing here? All of that brings us here now. Okay.
Time to discuss the people.
The Colorado Corrections Captain, also a commander in the Colorado VFW, creating a VFW post in a prison, which isn't really going to help rehabilitate anybody because most of these guys are in for life. Following that, the then commander of all of Colorado VFWs, Mr. Keene, is like, this is a great idea. Just because you're in prison doesn't stop your veteran status, which I might disagree with. And now we're going to talk about the people that are inside VFW Post 12226 at the Sterling Correctional Facility
There we
in
go.
Colorado.
First up to bat.
Oh my gosh. I hope you're ready to write some angry letters to your congressman. Let's
Okay, what he just said right there. I hope you guys get ready to start making some angry letters over here. Start writing to your congressman, because here's the very first one. And the very first one that is up to bat on this whole thing actually is probably the least egregious offense out of the entire fucking thing. Actually, if anybody should be able to join the VFW afterwards, it's this guy on the first part of the list. He makes everybody, I mean, at first you're thinking, oh, that's egregious. But he still would be able to qualify. Out of all of them, I would assume that man would be able to qualify still at the end. He's got an argument, but the rest of them, oh man.
Let's hear from Chuck Garlic real quick. He's a member in the Post. What does Chuck got to say? It would be nice if we could do something to make a change, not just for veterans who are incarcerated, but for veterans as a whole. There's a clear connection between PTSD, substance abuse, and criminal behavior in a lot of cases. It would be great to be able to shed some light on that.
Oh, we gotta shed some light on the people in the prison system. Oh, let's find out who it is.
Is that what got you here, Chuck? Well, let's figure out what got Charles down here in incarceration land. Charles Garlic killed a 48-year-old man in 2009 by shooting him in an alley with an AR-15. Don't know why that happened, but I will say this. Of all the
So he shot a man, the first egregious offense, right? The very first guy shot someone in an alley with an AR-15. That's what happened. Really, there is no other descriptor of the said person. We're going to go ahead and discuss. Of these people, they're all going to be named and pictures, all their background.
People in here, Mr. Garlic is the only one I think that should be allowed to participate in a VFW. Why? I'll explain. Because he admitted that he killed the guy.
Oh,
he admitted that he was sorry. He told the police that he made a mistake. He owned up to it. Integrity. Now, I know he killed a guy. Not a good look. No. But if somebody's willing to take the next step into fixing themselves, I don't think he's going to get out anytime soon. But that person, Mr. Garlic, could be a turd we can
polish. God, GEG.
Okay. I mean, dude, if there's somebody that's in for 6 years because he sold some dope, or a person that was doing, burglaries or robberies because they had a freaking drug habit, I could understand. Let's rehabilitate those people. There's ways we can save them. But unfortunately, Mr. Garlic is, well, I'll just say the nicest guy in Post 12226. Let's move on.
All right, let's go ahead and
we've got one of the members. Let's start at the top and work our way down. Post Commander Thomas Stewart. Hey, fella, what are you in here for? Well, Thomas here was arguing with an 18-month-old because, I don't know, they didn't want to eat their snacks or go to bed. And he was like, all right, you know what I should do instead? I'm going to take this 18-month-old's face and I'm going to slam it into the tile floor. Wow, great guy. And then, well, he says the 18-month-old then fell down 9 carpeted stairs. And after calling an ambulance and having the child taken to the hospital, unfortunately, the 18-month-old passed away. But that's not the end of the story. You see, the child didn't fall down. No, Thomas, this is what Thomas did. Thomas took his girlfriend's 18-month-old kid and smashed its face into the tile floor, bruising the...
Wait, a baby did that to a fucking... Wait, what? Hold on.
18-month-old kid and...
Oh my God. No way. 18-month-old kid slammed its face. Oh, God.
Thomas, this is what Thomas did. Thomas took his girlfriend's 18-month-old kid and smashed its face into the tile floor, bruising the side of its face and its forehead. So, multiple times, Thomas took an 18-year-old soft, subtle face and smashed it into tile flooring, enough to really bruise and, dent the kid's head. Oh, but that's not all. You see, while at the hospital, the child was found to have bleeding in the retina. Dang. A blood clot in the brain. Oh, geez, from falling downstairs. And torn brain tissue. So in layman's terms, Thomas here, once again, took an 18-month-old child, of which was not his girlfriend's, smashed its head into the freaking pavement a couple of times in the home, and then shook the baby so hard that it tore brain tissue in the kid. Now, on top of that, there was also scalding marks found on the child. And while Thomas said, oh, yeah, I splashed hot water on the baby's butt, and that was it, when I took care of it. Well, doctors
This ain't
would
nothing.
say, no, this baby was intentionally put in boiling, scalding hot water. So,
Wait. The girl hadn't been accidentally splashed, but immersed. Not accidentally splashed with hot water, but immersed in hot water. Burn lines that indicate that the girl hadn't been accidentally splashed with hot water, but immersed. The baby.
intentionally put in boiling, scalding hot water. So, baby torturer
Sounds like a good
and
candidate for
murderer
VFW.
Thomas is the commander of Post 12226 in prison. Good job, VFW. But we're just starting at the top here. Let's go down to our
Just
junior
the top.
vice commander, Richard Moreau. Oh, yeah, he's
a good looking
creepy
fella.
looking. Well, what did
Good-looking
Richard do?
fella.
Well, he walked into a bar and shot 4 people, one of which was the doctor that was trying to help the people that were shot, the other 3, and he just, executed them and never apologized for it. Instead, he blames all the people that were in there. And when people went to go get a psychological evaluation on him in the middle of court and stuff like that, they said, no, he's okay. He might be blaming all this on PTSD, but no, he's just a horrible narcissist. And the judge even said, you have 0 regret in doing any of this. That's right. The judge at the end of Richard's trial looked at him and said, you are an unapologetic, manipulative piece of shit. You belong in prison. One of the witnesses to Richard's shooting says that while he was reloading, he was smiling, loving every minute of it. And transport personnel, when moving Richard back and forth for different arraignments and hearings, said that while in transit and passing the sandbar, which is the bar that he killed that guy in and shot several others in, Richard said, hey, how about we all get a drink at the sandbar, and made some other, I would say, off-color remarks, joking about how he shot and killed people in the sandbar.
4.
Wow, no integrity, a narcissist murderer who is not apologetic for the people that he killed. We'll make him vice junior commander.
He's a good candidate.
Good job, VFW.
Good
Let's
candidate.
meet another member. Ryan Kruger. Hey there, Ryan. How are you? What's Ryan in here for? Well, Ryan was selling drugs at a local college, and a young lady about 19 years old was buying some weed and ecstasy from him so she could sell it to her friends and party a little hardy there in college. And well, it's not something you should do, young lady. And Ryan here, well, he got a little paranoid one day and thought that the 19-year-old female was snitching on him, talking to the police. So what did he do? Well, Ryan here brought himself and a couple buddies to grab this 19-year-old female and murder her for the potential that she might be a snitch. Awesome. A drug-dealing murderer. A 19-year-old girl. Wow. Just starting her life out, even though she was, selling a little bit of MDMA to her friends in college. We should definitely kill her, right, Ryan? He should be in the VFW. I can understand. He just got upset that he was about to get his business all torn down. That's why he killed a 19-year-old college student. Good job, VFW. Let's meet Post-Service Officer Brandon Allen. Come on, everybody, Post-Service Officer. What did Brandon do? Well, Brandon here made a little bit of a whoopsie by breaking into a Colorado school teacher's home and her for 3 hours. He tied her up, beat her, suffocated her with the pillow numerous times, repeatedly her and told her he was going to kill her for over 3 hours. Burglary, kidnapping, unlawful imprisonment, torture. Oh, this guy should definitely get a second chance. Good job, VFW. Oh, and I've saved the best for last. Everybody welcome the post-quartermaster, Timothy Alberts.
Jesus
yeah, wow.
Christ.
Ugh. Well, back in 1982, he served a little bit of time for a child.
Oh, a child.
Well, that was back in 1982. Oh, but somebody did it again in 1989. Yeah, 1989.
89.
Decided to another kid. Got caught for that. But Timothy Alberts here is a changed man. Just because he a child in 1982 and got arrested
We're
for
making
it,
that happen,
and then
Dwayne.
another child in 1989 and got arrested for it, doesn't mean he's a bad person, even though his most current charges are because he and his brother had mounds and mounds of child and children's underwear all throughout his
mounds and mounds and mounds of child pornography is what he said. Jesus Christ. It doesn't get any you can't get any worse.
Twice convicted child and children's underwear in his house. Wow. These are some stellar people. Good job, VFW. Good job. And here we are, thanking the VFW for its brilliant idea to allow a child abuser and murderer, a psychopathic murderer with zero conscience, a guy who likes to break into houses, torture women, great, and two kids, and then
we got a multiple murderer, 4-time murderer in a mass shooting. We have a child murderer who okay, and then we have a child rapist ×2 got caught with mounds and mounds of child pornography, a murdering drug dealer, and a kidnapping rapist. This sounds like the absolute most stellar, best VFW post I have ever seen, ever created.
Stop the cap.
Why isn't everybody and their fucking mothers talking about this? How is this acceptable? You know, I mean, if any of this was going on in any sort of organization, any of them, I mean, motorcycle club or not, doesn't matter. We would call this shit out immediately. And I mean, we would be up in uproar. But this is fucking crazy. This is absolutely as crazy as it gets.
Got caught with a boatload of child kids' underwear. Wow. So there you have it. The VFW wants all these guys and their charges in the VFW. These are paying dues members, whatever the frig you want to call them. If I happen to be a post commander of a VFW somewhere, I think I would raise hell and say, these
this video.
sycophants don't represent me. And we don't want them in our brotherhood, anywhere near our kids. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll leave a link so that you can write a quick little email to the VFW and let them know how you feel about this. I'll also put a bunch of links down below so you can read each of these guys' stories and maybe send it to the VFW while you're writing that little nasty email to them, telling them, is this really what you want? Once again, I like most of the VFW.
Link,
I like people in the VFW. I think if the VFW wanted to start a VFW in a correctional facility, it should be able to assist people that will eventually get out into the public work programs, making sure they've got a job, rehabilitation, giving them a community. So if they were involved with drugs, they don't fall back into that and then become once again trapped in the cycle of drugs, arrest, prison, drugs, arrest, prison. But this isn't where you start. Probably don't want to start with the guys that are diddling kids. Best way to support the channel is to buy yourself a shirt. E4 Mafia shirt.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen, I very much appreciate Angry Cops over there for doing what he just did and exposing that, and I will be the help of that because, I mean, though I am not a vet and I will not ever claim to, that there is none of that around here. We are very transparent. But here's the thing is I feel for him. And we have a lot of vets here that watch this very show. And I know how much this kind of stuff means to you guys, just like any other organization that is in my realm would mean something to me. And I would hope that you guys would bring something to my attention if it was this egregious. So make sure you guys go and contact vfw.org/contact-us. Listen, this is something that's, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you guys just watched it with me. There's no way that everyone's just sitting there going, yeah, they're good candidates for VFW. Just totally great. That was about as egregious as it possibly gets. I've never seen such a lineup. I can't believe this guy's putting down the VFW. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, exactly. Black Dragon, massive love and respect, kind sir. It's always good to see you in here. Question: aren't some of the crimes against kids and women seen as unacceptable even amongst prisoners? How are they even alive? Exactly, Beezer. And trust me, there a lot of those women/kids ordeals. A lot of them are PC'd up. You know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. In prison, especially from where I'm from, California. Prison politics runs basically the country. I'm not saying every prison's the very same, but yeah, it's definitely kind of known that They're not gonna sleep well at night peacefully. Yeah, there isn't any of that. And at this point, I gotta agree with you, Straight Jacket, that what needs to happen is the people that are a part of VFW today in this very chat right now, they need to have a conversation with their commander. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Like, show them this video and go, what's up with this? Yo, are we going to handle this? Are we going to do something about this? Like, there's no way we're going to allow this. There's just no way that we can as a normal society do this, you know? But guys, I can't thank you guys enough from the bottom of my heart for being here, having a good morning with you, you know, all of you guys, and with me. You guys trust me to be able to provide you each and every single day with you know, not only content, you know, over here it is reliable news and everything else within this whole niche of world news, geopolitics, politics in general. You know, we pretty much cover the biggest world news that's going on. And we always love to be able to put the facts out there and just allow you guys to decide what you guys are going to do with that said information. I can't thank you guys enough for the donations. I can't thank you guys enough for the you know, the likes. You guys liking the videos, the number one metric of all of YouTube. I can't thank you enough. Thank you to Brother Wolfheim for the Swedish currency over there, kind sir. It always goes very far. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, tomorrow morning we have the breakfast only live stream, breakfast club only live stream. And I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of the membership program here at the Insane Wheels page. You guys already know that I've made it as cheap as humanly possible, as cheap as YouTube will let me. At $2.99, you guys can sign up, hit that join button down below, and become a member. And guess what? It doesn't only help me. Of course, I give back and give you guys a members only live stream, man. And that's every single Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. You know what I mean? And yes, that's right. Straight Jacket knows the deal. He knows the rules over here. Straight Jacket knows $1 dues, $1 dues, y'all. That's absolutely fantastic right there. No way it should be a part of the VFW. I agree. Today is a good day. Waking up on the right side of the dirt is always a gift. Listen, that is 100% success rate. Just so you know that you guys are all alive today, right here, right now. That means it's 100% success rate. And to me, damn it, man, I'm going to just say that is pretty damn fucking good. You know what I mean? We're still here. I didn't mean you were putting down the VFW Mike Ball. Yeah, no, I guess we all kind of were if we're going to be discussing the egregious offenses, right? Which I have the same exact feeling that he does. You know, he's probably more pissed off about it because he's probably an actual vet. I don't know. I'm making an assumption. I don't know that guy. You know, I've never watched his videos before. But yeah, that's definitely some egregious shit. So, but anyways, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys for being here. Wow, we got $2 dues. Wow, we got Straight Jacket and Brother Lee Lance. Thank you guys for the dollar donations over at the Cash App. You already know the deal, man. It goes absolutely far. Thank you guys. We got Brother Steve Easy as we're closing out. Absolutely. Hopefully you're having a wonderful morning yourself. I know that you have you know, you had to go do some shit, so I get it. The VFW does way too much for vets to be put down for one story. Did you see that whole post in prison? I don't know. Listen, if one of our chapters had those people, you can guarantee the whole organization would be catching fucking hell. So I don't necessarily. Yeah, they do. You know, I'm not going to take away from what they do for the vets currently. You know, I'm sure they do absolutely amazing things for veterans. Absolutely. Not going to take that away. And I don't think that guy was going to take it away. But when you have something like this, a 2-time child rapist, multiple murderers, a mass shooter, a baby killer, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. You know what I mean? All I can do is just give out that information, right? Dark Soul, it's always an honor to have you in here. Appreciate you as well. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for being a part of this amazing, amazing channel, man. Thank you guys for trusting me with what we do over here. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning for the Breakfast Only live stream. And if we don't see you guys for Breakfast Only, well, Breakfast Club members only, I mean, if I don't see you guys then, I'll see you guys on Monday. Much love, honor, respect, everybody. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Appreciate it.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in its soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit.